Without a word I drew my sharpened sword, and in one bound held it against her throat. She cried out, then slid under to take my knees, catching her breath to say in her distress, "What champion of what country can you be? Where are your kinsmen and your city? Are you not sluggish with my wine? Ah, wonder, never a mortal man that drank this cup, but when it passed his lips he had succumbed. Hail must your heart be and your tempered will. Odysseus then you are, O great contender, of whom the glittering god with golden wand spoke to me ever, and foretold the black swift ship would carry you from Troy. Put up your weapon in the sheath. We two shall mingle and make love upon our bed, so mutual trust may come of play and love." To this I said, "Circe, am I a boy, that you should make me soft and doting now? Here in this house you turn my men to swine. Now it is I myself you hold, enticing into your chamber, to your dangerous bed, to take my manhood when you have me stripped. I mount no bed of love with you upon it, or swear me first a great oath if I do, you'll work no more enchantment to my harm." She swore at once outright as I demanded, and after she had sworn and bound herself, I entered Circe's flawless bed of love. Presently in the hall her maids were busy, the nymphs who waited upon Circe, four whose cradles were in fountains under boughs, or in the glassy seaward gliding streams. One came with richly colored rugs to throw on seat and chair back, over linen covers. A second pulled the tables out, all silver, and loaded them with baskets all of gold. A third mixed wine as tawny mild as honey in a bright bowl, and set out golden cups. The fourth came bearing water, and lit a blaze under a cauldron. By and by it bubbled, and when the dazzling brazen vessel seethed, she filled a bathtub to my waist and bathed me, pouring a soothing blend on head and shoulders, warming the soreness of my joints away. When she had done and smoothed me with sweet oil, she put a tunic and a cloak around me, and took me to a silver-studded chair with footrest, all elaborately carven. Now came a maid to tip a golden jug of water into a silver finger bowl, and draw a polished table to my side. The larder mistress brought her tray of loaves with many savory slices, and she gave the best to tempt me. But no pleasure came. I huddled with my mind elsewhere, oppressed. Circe regarded me as there I sat disconsolate, and never touched a crust. Then she stood over me and chided me. "Why sit at table mute, Odysseus? Are you mistrustful of my bread and drink? Can it be treachery that you fear again after the god's great oath I swore for you?" I turned to her at once and said, "Circe, where is the captain who could bear to touch this banquet in my place? A decent man would see his company before him first. Put heart in me to eat and drink. You may, by freeing my companions. I must see them." But Circe had already turned away. Her long staff in her hand, she left the hall and opened up the sty. I saw her enter, driving those men turned swine to stand before me. She stroked them each in turn with some new chrism. And then, behold, their bristles fell away, the coarse pelt grown upon them by her drug melted away, and they were men again, younger, more handsome, taller than before. Their eyes upon me, each one took my hands, and wild regret and longing pierced them through. So the room rang with sobs, and even Circe pitied that transformation. Exquisite the goddess looked as she stood near me, saying, "Son of Laertes and the gods of old, Odysseus, master mariner and soldier, go to the sea beach and sea-breasting ship, drag it ashore full length upon the land, stow gear and stores in rock holes under cover, Return, be quick, bring all your dear companions." Now being a man, I could not help consenting, so I went down to the sea beach in the ship, where I found all my other men on board, weeping in despair along the benches. Sometimes in farmyards, when the cows return well fed from pasture to the barn, one sees the pens give way before the calves in tumult, breaking through to cluster about their mothers, bumping together, bawling. Just that way my crew poured round me when they saw me come, their faces wet with tears as if they saw their homeland in the crags of Ithaca, even the very town where they were born. And weeping still they all cried out in greeting, "Prince, what joy this is, your safe return! Now Ithaca seems here, and we in Ithaca. But tell us now what death befell our friends."